All right, we're back.
Woo.
Back to the Matcherino.
Okay, guys.
Throw out some love. Throw out some money.
So we're back on stream. So if you didn't see it, it was the greatest moment ever. T-Storm went to colors in the glitch colors in DAS.
I've never seen anything like it.
Took a game off Vince.
Yeah.
And Vince is just messaging it on the Twitch chat right now saying, hey guys, T-Storm just got glitch colors and took a game off Vince.
And I think maybe we saw Bigfoot walk behind him at the same time. So you
I
take
saw
that for what it's worth.
But you know what? Convention internet can sometimes shut down, so you miss a lot of good things.
Yeah,
so the moral of the story, come here and you'll never miss these opportunities.
You guys should come out here. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's fun to watch it, but it's fun to be here in person. It's a whole different vibe.
Mm-hmm. So now we're back to game number 4, and they already started.
All right, and
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And let's see, who's going to score first? What do you think? What's your call? Can we do that? Can we take bets here, or are we not supposed to do that?
The first Tetris?
First Tetris.
I would say T-Storm with that nice board.
With the setup here. All right, let's see.
Wait. Simul Tetris. We both lost.
Well, there we go. Well, that's worth some money for the Matcherino. Come on, guys. Throw some cash now. Let's give some love to these players.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here we go. And it's not for me because I'm not in this anymore.
No, you still are, aren't you?
No, I'm out. I was out before I even got here, I think.
Oh, yeah, with Game Freak, I believe, right?
Yeah, that was the one. I just wanted to, play it for the drama. All right, so we got a tuck situation here for Vince. No problem. No problem for a seasoned player, really.
No problem.
And a Tetris to follow. Scores are almost identical at this point at 14 lines in.
And don't let the pieces fool you, folks. This is different piece sets. So the long bar can be different in both their boards.
So I was looking over at the other guy's screen thinking that was going to help me, but I actually was not helping myself at all.
Yeah, screen looking will now work with different piece sets.
All right, here we go. There's a Tetris.
Yeah, neck and neck game still.
Yeah, great games. Another Tetris as well. 116 to 96. T-Storm with a 1 Tetris lead. But again, that changes on the fly here. Happens fast. Can't count on 1 Tetris as being enough unless it's the end of the game.
Okay, Vince now has the board low. T-Storm setting up for a dirty, not a dirty Tetris.
Got to clean it up.
There you go. There's a Tetris. I was going to say, the board was getting really high, getting me nervous there. Me. My heart was pounding there for a bit.
All right, so here we go. There's a Tetris setup for T-Storm. Vince is going to be Tetris set up here in a minute, it looks like, if he gets the right piece, and he does.
Now just needs a long bar, and of course, there it is.
There it is. Well, look at the scores, within 1,000 points.
Wow, very neck and neck game throughout this game, in this game 4. And again, different piece sets.
Different piece sets. I mean, that'll get you because you want the piece, but the piece may not want you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Vince is avoiding the setup any long bar dependency, but now, again, was forced to.
And then once the boards get a little lower, I got an announcement to make on here that I can only, we're live, right?
We're live now.
You can't get rid of this announcement I'm about to make, right?
No,
I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to my beautiful wife of 25 years.
Yeah. That is awesome. Happy Valentine's Day.
So there we go. We kind of forget it's Valentine's Day with all the heat of the action going on here. But I didn't forget. Honey, I didn't forget.
That is great. That is awesome.
And it's still a pretty close game within a Tetris. A little tuck set up there for Vince, but again, we've seen it before. He's going to just tuck it in without any problems.
Yeah, I thought he was going to use that S for an S-spin, but decides to just take the tuck. No burns needed.
Yeah, why burn if you don't have to, I guess, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And he's set up for a long bar, I guess, and he's going to get it right now.
Oh, my gosh.
That's not a problem.
He's been getting every piece he wants. A little bit of misflips there, but look at that.
There we go. I think he did that for the drama. I don't think that was a misdrop at all.
I think Vince can read the next piece in the future.
He looks 2 pieces ahead. Most people can't do that.
Yeah. T-Storm's board also clean, waiting for the long bar now.
It is a close. With 6,000 points right now. I mean, this match hasn't gotten... Like every game's been like this.
Oh, nice double into a Simul Tetris.
Simul Tetris.
And still within neck and neck distance. To 331,000 points.
This is nuts. It really is.
Yeah, 324 for Vince.
Oh, Vince gets another Tetris, and that's within 6,000 points of each other, about 90 lines in here. Still plenty of room before the level 19 speed transition, which is kind of a killer for me. For these people, not so much, but it is a big adjustment. If you're not ready for it, it will get you.
Oh, Vince saw the long bar and says, crap, I'm already blocking it with the J. Oh, sorry, with the L.
The L's and J's I get mixed up.
Yeah, easy way to think about it is, the Blue Jays from...
Oh, no one told me that. Oh, there's a dirty Tetris over there. I think that was a Tetris.
Yeah, that was a Tetris there.
See, I'm not seeing the flash on the screen, so it's just throwing me off. But that was a good dirty Tetris for Vince.
Nice.
We got a little
Opening
bit
the
of
well.
oh, there we go.
There's a Tetris. And the other way, I also know about the L being red. Think red for love, Valentine's,
Valentine's Day. Now, usually it would be red for love. I'm just going to go there, but since there's no real red pieces. And let's see, we got 437, a bit of a lead now for T-Storm. And about equal lines, he's 6 lines ahead. But a bit of a lead's been developed with another Tetris there. That's about a 2.5, maybe 3 Tetris lead. And he's got about 10 more lines till the transition. So got to be mindful of that. And he's going to Tetris and get it down nice and low.
Yeah, T-Storm now with about a 4 Tetris lead now.
And it's going to be a good transition, probably in the 500s. Well, yeah, mid
there
500s.
it is.
With one more Tetris, he'll transition about 530, which is a solid score.
Yeah, that is perfect pace there for a max out for a T-Storm.
And a little cleanup there for Vince, but, again, for a seasoned player, that is not a problem at all.
Okay,
but
there you go.
It does take some time.
Yeah, 530 transition for T-Storm.
Called it. This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, and Vince with about 430.
And some of the times it's almost better just to take the burns than to go for the Tetrises, in my opinion. But
especially on transition if you have to. Oh, T-Storm with a
bit
hang.
That could be trouble. He's going to need a bar to get that down.
Oh, no.
And there it is, but it's too late. So we got a run down here of about 100,000 points.
Yeah, 537 for
plenty
Vince.
Plenty of room to do it. And this could be the game decider here for Vince. This would take it if he can run it down. Plenty of runway, plenty of time. But again, you need the pieces, and there's one of the pieces you need right there.
There's a Tetris, yeah. I'm impressed. Vince just saying, you know what, I'm not going to line this out. I'm going to go for the Tetrises.
It seems so gutsy and so aggressive, but sometimes I think the players are better since they build for Tetrises all the time. It almost seems like a safer play for them. I mean, I could be wrong, but they sure play it like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no slowdown. And we still got about 50,000 points, I think. I don't remember what the top score was.
537, I believe.
Okay, so you're looking at about 50,000.
And again, we got Chris Bidwell here letting us know if they've already reached the points. Oh, going for a potential center well. No. Takes a safety triple.
That's a safe play.
Oh, no, but a long bar dependency in column 9.
Oh, not a problem, though.
And there's another triple.
At all. Oh, the pieces just keep coming. It gets a little ugly here. It's getting a little ugly, but he's going to burn it down and clean it up.
Still plenty of time.
Oh, look at that.
A Tetris and change will do
That's
it.
Veteran play right there.
Yeah.
Taking the burns where you need them, cleaning up where you need to.
Oh, nice adjustments.
Look at that. And an
Tetris
adjustment
ready.
on 19 is such a difficult. You got to commit and just do it.
Oh, and there's a Tetris, and there. Oh no, not yet.
We might be within
a few more lines. Yeah. About 2,000 more points, 1,000 more points.
So
I believe that's it. Yeah, T-Storm says that's it. And he pauses. Vince DQ.
Was that enough?
yeah, with that pause, that's a DQ.
That was an awesome game again for the Matcherino. Anybody who's watching, throw some cash down to these guys. I mean, this is not easy. Yeah. And they don't do it that often. This is their chance to show the money.
Yeah, and so with that, we move on to the next sets of rounds. So,
all right.
For anyone who was wondering, this is Lou that was commentating.
That's me.
That's
Lou B747. Come follow me.
We'll move on to the brackets, guys.
That was fun.
I can save my voice for
So what is the next match?
Oh, we can see it right here. Sorry guys, wrong bracket.
Where am I playing?
Over there. With James right there. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, I think. I've been running the We could just start our 2 matches that we fight game free.
Hello everyone, this is Sunstorm 281 and I am going to be overseeing this match between Lesbian Sword Fighting and Duke. Alright, they're going to waste no time. We're going to go ahead and get started. Already have an overhang set up for Lesbian Sword Fighting. Fortunately, going to miss the T tuck. And now going to have a messy board to start. All right, so far Duke has a Tetris and a couple burns. So it's going to be a 1 Tetris lead over Lesbian Sword Fighting, who's currently trying to uncover column 3. He's able to do so, set up for a Tetris, looking for a long bar. There it is. going to 30,000 points. Column 1 and 2 built quite high up. Looks like the plan was to just transfer the well and take the burns. But that S wasn't accommodated very well, so it's going to end up being thrown to the right, and it sets up a column 8 Tetris in a perfect transfer. You love to see it. Still down a Tetris, though. It's 56,000 to 74,000. Duke with the 1 Tetris lead. Duke's going to get another Tetris, but Lesbian Sword Fighting will get another Tetris in response. So the lead will be maintained at about 1 Tetris in Duke's favor. Both players have relatively clean stacks. Fortunately, it looks like Lesbian Sword Fighting had lost ass there and wasn't able to get the square all the way to the left. Was able to lower the stack and get a piece over. And in the process, Duke has started to take some burns. And with the Tetrises from Lesbian Sword Fighting, the lead has changed now. Lesbian Sword Fighting now 148,000, Duke 150. Duke has recovered the board somewhat. Does a little bit more work to do to clean everything up. Okay, now both players are clean, and score is nearly tied. Oh, but Duke's running into some trouble once again. A hole's been made in the board, and then a T misdrop. It's going to complicate things further. Duke's able to take a much-needed triple. That long bar came in at a great time. Right side's back open, and there's another long bar for another Tetris. And while this is happening, Lesbian Sword Fighting has opened up a 25,000-point lead. Goes for the L spin, gets it. He's now put the bar in column 9 to set up another Tetris and will score that one as well. Duke, in the meantime, was dealing with 3 dependencies in his stack and caught 3 long bars to fill all of them in. The game's being very kind. However, with this additional long bar dependency, hopefully this one gets resolved quickly, or else this could turn into some more trouble. Unfortunately, this bar is taking its sweet time. Duke's able to take some burns while waiting for the bar, and finally it shows up. It's a nice split double. A couple burns, and Duke will probably be out of this. But Lesbian Sword Fighting has taken full advantage of this digging and has now grown the lead to 3 Tetrises. It's 273 to 204. And, hi there, Morlando. All right, 321 for Lesbian Sword Fighting, 250 for Duke. Lesbian Sword Fighting is able to get that overhang resolved. Has a much cleaner stack now. Set up for a Tetris. Still holding the lead over Duke by about 50,000. So Duke has caught up slightly. Fortunately, he's going to cover the well right as the long bar shows up. So he's going to have to wait for the next one to try to score. And there it is. Goes to 299, but quickly Lesbian Sword Fighting comes back with another Tetris.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Burn set up there from Duke to set up a center well Tetris. It's going to work out. These players are now 100 lines into level 18. And at this rate, it looks like they're going to be transitioning in the 400,000s. There may be an outside chance that Lesbian Sword Fighting can transition at 500,000. We'll see how this works out. Duke, in the meantime, in cleanup mode. Hopefully can get this burned down quickly. Definitely don't want a messy board into transition, as that can turn from messy to dangerous. Duke's just looking for some helpful pieces. Getting a couple of burns in. Would like something good for the left side, preferably a J. But that L into the T double is going to work out pretty well. Duke is trying to keep weight off the hole, trying to get out of this quickly, but pieces aren't ideal right now. Lesbian Sword Fighting now up at 478. Duke at 368. So it's going to be a big lead as Lesbian Sword Fighting actually gets the 500 transition as another Tetris set. Meanwhile, Duke is going to transition nearly halfway up the board. This has turned into a dangerous situation. But Duke is able to take some birds until hanging that S on the left side. That might be fatal. And Duke is going to top out at 375. Lesbian Sword Fighting is good for the first game. And we have now started the second game. Oh no, that's an early hang of the L piece on the left side from Duke. Thankfully, there's some burn options and a helpful Tetris to lower the stack. Duke should be able to get out of this, just hoping that doesn't happen again. As it is well known in Tetris, misdropping is in fact bad for you. So far, Lesbian Sword Fighting, 3 Tetrises, no burns taken. Solid lead of 36,000. Gonna get another Tetris. Oh, but that misdrop's gonna force some burns. Nice J piece. Immediately opens up a dependency in middle stack, and that gets filled in too. And there's a Tetris. 100,000 point mark already crossed with an extra Tetris for Lesbian Sword Fighting. Now almost 100,000 points into the lead. But Duke is still in this. He's got a clean board, trying to set up a Tetris. Looking for some helpful pieces to do so, but he's getting absolutely none of it right now. Board's not in great shape, so he's going to focus on cleaning up for now. And while this is happening, Lesbian Sword Fighting will stay clean and add 2 more Tetrises. The lead has now grown to over 130,000. Oh no, misshift for Duke. This is getting dangerously high, and that J doesn't make it over. That's going to be an early top from Duke at 77,000. So Lesbian Sword Fighting will be up 2-0 in this match. We're going to see if Duke can turn this around in the next game. All right, game 3 has begun. Board's looking good to start. Oh, looks like we got some nice next box awareness there. Duke making the J dependency with the J in the next box. Very good stacking on display right now. Duke's going to get a Tetris. First one to do so in this game. Lesbian Sword Fighting in the meantime, more than halfway up the board, trying to get the well back open, is able to do so. Board's nice and clean, ready for a Tetris, and there's the long bar. 30,000 to 29,000. Oh, misshift for Duke, and then a misdrop of the S right afterward. This could be another mess. Lesbian sword fighting may be gifted an early lead. You see Duke here is doing a really good job surviving this. He's trying to take the needed burns to clean up the stack. Left side of the board is now open. Ends up making a bar dependency in column 3. And gets a dirty Tetris. Look at that. However, Lesbian sword fighting is in the lead right now. It's 149 to 86,000. So even after Duke is able to clean this up, he's going to have a deficit that needs to be recovered. Oh, we got a delay Vits there from Lesbian sword fighting. There's the bar for the Vits. Just needs the bar for the Tetris, and there it is. Closing in on the 200,000 mark. Lesbian sword fighting is ahead, and ahead by almost 100,000. Duke has set up another dirty Tetris, but is going to take a burn, try to keep the stack in control. Maybe opting out of it entirely. Oh, that spire of squares on the left side is going to be a little bit trickier trying to get pieces to the left. Duke's able to make use of a square. One of the easier pieces to get onto the left side. And finally, that left side is filled in. The board's in a better state. However, Duke is trying to get the right side open. All right, gets another dirty Tetris, but ended up sacrificing the board a little bit, and now has ended up in another messy dig. Lesbian sword fighting has been able to take advantage of this. Currently in the lead at 296 to Duke's 142. Oh no, the bar hang for Duke. And that's going to be it for that run. 142 top out. Lesbian sword fighting will take the set.
Game Freak.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
I saw that when I was commentating. I saw that. Did you message him or anything? I messaged him. I even pinged him on the server. Because he's on the CTWC server. He's not picking up. He's not responding. We'll DQ him. Huh? We'll DQ him.
DQ? Alright.
Because his match already, his tournament.
Yeah, Game Freak was supposed to be playing alongside them, but
So start the semis?
in the last like 15 or so minutes, the entire match has gone by. So Rocket would have to be halted just so you can get yeah, that's it. He's gone. That's like minimal. It could have been more. It didn't seem like the events that just happened went very long. It was a sweep. It was a sweep consisting of all early tops except for one game. Yeah. Should have been.
I mean, I looked at his thing. He's not already eliminated. I looked at the booth there. It's already cleared out. So
Okay.
he would have been here and told us, I'm done. So I gave him a chance. Anyway, speaking of chance, I still want to commentate my voice.
can messenger.
Just waiting on a response.
Where's that went? John, go to the bathroom right now. Huh? Oh, it is the rest two are like.
It's not hard. You really have to try to mess up. Like you just talk about the game. It's fine. You're needed for a thing. I don't know what.
If it started and when it comes in, they'll just tag it. Oh, there's not. Yeah, there. We should get it started now.
Here she is. Here she is. Wait for a couple more minutes. Should I change? Are you guys gonna do the commentator cam?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are in the right spots. Left is
Yeah, you could just type whatever.
some underscore bakes.
You want that all caps?
Yeah, I've just been doing all caps.
All right.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready.
I don't know.
That's fine. Fundamentally, you just talk about what's happening in the game.
I mean, I know that much.
Yeah, give score updates, say if someone's gonna mess or not, or if their boards are clean, who's got what score, if they're leading by how much,
Okay.
stuff like that.
I'll just let you do most of the talking.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. I was literally like just buying myself soda.
All right, yeah, they're just warming up. We'll get the cue for when it starts.
Cool. This was $6.
Hello, everyone. We are here with our next set of matches, and I'm here with the guest.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, we got an early misdrop there from Game Scout. May not have intended to flip the L initially that way. Just gonna try to get this cleaned up. In the meantime, Chance is also dealing with a bit of a messy stack right now. Also up top, Vince is in a dig, but Lesbian Sword Fighting has a pretty good board right now. Is set up for a Tetris. Already has two. is going to have an early 2 Tetris lead. Make that 3. Vince still in a mess. Able to get that J to the left side. Meanwhile, Chance is also in a mess. Game Scout is almost out of his dig completely. Just looking for a good piece. There's a J piece. Oh, he's going to convert to a column 5. Just looking for the long bar. And there it is, finally. He's going to set up another one, and that's going to transfer the well over to the right side. Well done. Some good moves there from Game Scout, and it's going to go to 81,000 points. Has a lead over Chance. Chance has not scored a Tetris yet. He's been busy trying to clean things up this entire time. Uncovered column 4 well.
A lot of commotion over there.
All right, Chance has made some progress in this dig. Vince is all clean. All right, we have... All right, Scout is once again doing a little bit of burning, but it's gotten cleaned up. It's going to get a long bar for the Tetris. So we have a Game Scout in the lead at 137 over Chance, who's at 63,000. And we have Lesbian Sword Fighting, who's at 215,000, who's in the lead over Vince, who has 127,000. So, what do you think of these boards?
I mean, I think everyone's doing a really great job.
Any cool moves, strategies you've been seeing so far? You make something up.
Huh?
Make something up. It's fine.
I don't know what's this time.
All right, up top, it's currently 246 to 151. Vince still down 90,000. Up a little bit high. Oh, Lesbian Sword Fighting barely getting bar over to the right side after misdropping a couple pieces. Is able to get the stack back under control and is now just trying to get rid of all the holes in the stack. Vince, in the meantime, all clean, in a position to potentially make up this deficit. The deficit that sits at 78,000 points. Oh, dirty Tetris setup for Lesbian Sword Fighting, but ends up blocking the setup, and now the left side is inaccessible. And that's going to be a top out at 280,000 points. Vince is in chase down mode, and the target is 281. No way, I know that number.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
All right, Vince is closing in on the chase down target, 7,000 points away. Meanwhile, at the bottom, we have Game Scout 269, Chance at 271. This game has gotten close. All right, Vince has completed the chase down. Will be the winner of Game 1 for the match up top. Not supposed to be ordered like that?
I don't know what to say. I really don't. Like, I just...
It's fine. If you see something interesting, just say it.
He was not playing well at all. He was playing really well, so that was very scary.
All right, so far we have an early mess for Lesbian Sword Fighting. This is actually a pretty dangerous board. Oh no, the S didn't make it left. That's going to be an early top at just one line clear, 760 points. Vince is already good for game number 2. All right, meanwhile, at the bottom, the players are close to transition. 432 to 437 is still a close game. Looks like a post is going to be the deciding factor for who comes out at top when it comes to the match at the bottom. Meanwhile, game number 3 has started up top. All right, we have transition for Chance and for Game Scout at the bottom. Oh no, immediate misdrops for Game Scout. Unfortunately, that bar doesn't make it to the right. He's done at 485. So Chance at 516 will take the first game at the bottom. And meanwhile, Lesbian Sword Fighting is going to have another early top out. And Vince is going to be the winner for the match at the top. All right, a Game Scout has gotten a Tetris, no burns taken so far. Wow, look at that. Vince is champion without playing the finals. Yeah. Vince wins everything, every single thing, just by playing 2 matches. Let's go. Uh-oh, early shift for Game Scout. Has 2 dependencies, gets a bar for 1. It's just going to plug the other with the Z piece. There's several holes that Game Scout needs to uncover in order to get the board back completely into a clean state. Chance, in the meantime, is in a position to potentially take the lead from Game Scout. Will do so with that Tetris. Chance now ahead by 13,000. Adds another Tetris to that. A Game Scout is clean and is trying to set up a Tetris. Looking for a good piece for the right side. The T will do. That'll get him Tetris ready. And there's a long bar to score. 91,000 for Game Scout. 125 for Chance. Chance now with a hole taking up row 4. So a long bar down the right side will be worth a triple. There's a long bar, there's the triple. And that L on the right side will uncover that hole. And Chance will burn completely out of it. Ooh, nice adjustment of the Z piece for the S. Chance will set up a Tetris, get the long bar, and score once again. And once again, this is a close game. We just saw it was 161 to 159. Game Scout was able to score another Tetris, and Chance is just waiting for the long bar to keep the game close. There it is. And we'll quickly set up another one and get that Tetris as well. Game Scout 1 Tetris lead at 228, and we have Chance at 208. All right, doing a little bit of stack maintenance here for a Game Scout. Unfortunately, going to have an early shift. Had an opportunity to potentially set up a center well or maybe just get out of it quickly. Either way, that early shift is going to force him into taking more burns. He's actually going to commit to the center well and get the long bar. And there's the bar down the right side. Gonna try to clean this up. No more holes in the stack, but there is a J dependency that needs to fill in. These took a little while to show up. Now he's gonna set up more burns, trying to get the stack to a clean state in a very safe manner, taking some extra burns if he needs. Finally gets clean, gets a Tetris. Now at 310,000 points, Chance is at 312. This game is still close. And we're about 2/3 of the way through level 18, so if these players are able to keep up their efficiency, we might see a transition around 500,000 from each player. All right, the board is a little bit unhealthy on Game Scout's side. The left side was a bit low. There's a bit of a spire in the middle. Has a J dependency on the left side. Oh, misshift the Z to the left, and now it's a bar dependency, but bar shows up pretty quickly. That's a very helpful L piece for the right side. No good spot for that Z other than to add more weight to the hole he's trying to get rid of. Very good sequence of pieces there. The Game Scout is almost out of this. Chance, in the meantime, taking advantage of this burning situation, is currently in the lead. It's been a close game so far during 18, but now we see Chances ahead by 80,000. It's 383 to 465. And Chance is able to score up to one more Tetris before transition. And here's the Lombard taking him to level 19 at 512. The Game Scout, in the meantime, trying to get things cleaned up. Opens up a column 9 Tetris-ready setup. Would love to see a long bar right now. Gets it and will transition at 413. So that transition is nearly 100,000 points below the transition that Chance had. So it gives you an idea of what the difference in pace is. The Game Scout is going to have to try to find a way to outscore Chance in post to take the second game and tie up the set. All right, nice burns from Game Scout. The board was a little tricky, and now it's a little less tricky. But unfortunately, no good pieces for the right side. Needs to get the well uncovered. The L piece will do just the trick. Beautiful L placement. The well is back open, and there's a bar for a Tetris. Game Scout is at 459 now. Currently about 80,000 points down still, so still has more work to do to try to catch up. Oh, gets the bar all the way to the left. Tetris ready, and Chance is digging. This is Game Scout's chance to try to erase this deficit. He's able to get that long bar to the right side, despite not having full DAS. Oh, but this board is getting up high. Oh, the S didn't flip, and Game Scout's done it 490. Chance at 552 is good for game 2. It's nice having you. All right, Chance has taken a Game Scout to match point. Let's see if Chance is able to finish him off, or if a Game Scout's going to attempt a reverse sweep. Chance so far has gone perfect for 3 Tetrises. We'll see if that holds. Fortunately, no. The bar's taken a little bit too long, and the board was starting to get a bit jagged, so Chance had to take some burns. Finally, the bar shows up. Gonna get a Tetris. 93,000 and 98,000, so it's a close game in the beginning. Chance again having to deal with the bar just not showing up in time to stay efficient. Finally to get the stack lowered. Game Scout in the meantime had a long bar dependency it was trying to deal with, just didn't get the bar in time. Now has the well closed. He's looking for an alternative way out of this. All right, after a couple of burns, Game Scout has uncovered the bar dependency and finally gets it filled in. It's a nice T flat burn to keep the board accommodating. And another T flat burn. Oh no, this board has turned very jagged very quickly. Game Scout was able to uncover the right side and was open for a Tetris, but that board was very jagged and just hard to accommodate some of the flatter pieces, so ended up closing the well again. Thankfully, got it back open, got another Tetris, and now it's just in a good scoring position. Meanwhile, Chance is dealing with a rough board right now, and it's more than halfway up. Did not trust getting that L to the right side, but still is going to need something over there eventually. All right, that JL combo is going to do good. However, now Chance needs something to the left side, and also there's a bar dependency on the right half of the board. Unfortunately, there's nothing good for the left side showing up in time, and Chance is going to be having an early top at a 207. The Game Scout at 225 is good. There will be no sweep in this match. All right, the players are off to a good start. Clean Tetris-ready boards. All right, Chance having the well briefly closed, but opens it back up. A Game Scout's going to be the first one to score a Tetris. And there's a simul Tetris. Game Scout now at 69,000 and Chance at 33,000. All right, Game Scout doing very well so far. Only a handful of burns taken, however, that might change with this board setup. Game Scout would like something for the right side. A square double is great. Like an S or a T, there's the S piece. And a Tetris. Has the option to try to set up another well that's off the right side. It looks like you will set one up. All right, there's the Tetris ready setup. Game Scout looking for the long bar. And there it is. He'll take the burns, transfer the well to the right side. And it's currently down a Tetris. Currently at 171,000 points. Chance is at 194, so in the lead. He's doing a little bit of burning right now, but will set up a Tetris after getting clean. Oh, Game Scout's getting up a little bit high. There's a bit of a mountain shape in that board. Left side was very low. I did not trust trying to get that T all the way to the left. But thankfully, he was able to lower the stack and now can comfortably start building the left once again. Chance in the meantime, very low right side. It's almost a cliff separating the halves of the board. All right, Chance was trying not to make bar dependencies, but got 2 bars in a row. Just had to try to throw one left, but couldn't get a second one over nicely. Ended up setting up some burns. Unfortunately, the S didn't make it to the left either, and Chance is going to be digging for a little bit. The Game Scout, in the meantime, has fully caught up. It is 277 to 280. An ever so slight lead for Chance, but Chance is still in dig mode. and a Game Scout is going to get a Tetris, so the lead will change. All right, Chance is finally cleaned up and immediately gets rewarded with a long bar. There's a nice adjustment of the T-piece for the L. Good stacking. And that'll allow him to cleanly get another Tetris. 327 to 335. Chance has actually taken the lead back from Game Scout. But Game Scout set up for a Tetris and will regain the lead once again. Currently, there's a 4-line difference between the players, so in terms of pace, Game Scout does have the advantage. All right, Chance is nice and clean, but Game Scout is having a little bit of trouble. A bunch of weight has been placed over a hole, taking up column 7. Oh, that was not a good time for Scout to get a square. Able to manage to get some helpful S pieces. And finally had enough dash to trust getting a bar to the left. But not that J piece, but the next one. There's multiple holes in the stack, but stack will be lowered into a safer position with the pair of long bars that Game Scout's able to put down the right side. Currently, Game Scout is behind by about a Tetris at 404. Chances at 424. Both players are nearing transition. It looks like it's going to come down to who plays their better post yet again. Very similar to what happened in Game 1. Chance is going to enter level 19 and immediately get a Tetris. Quickly opens up the lead to 60,000 points. Game Scout is still trying to clean things up as there's a lot of material placed on the right side. So if Game Scout intends to build right wells in post, it's going to take a lot of burns. All right, Game Scout has lowered the stack a bit, but still has more work to do to get everything cleaned up. Chance, in the meantime, has been doing a little bit of burning, but has cleaned up and is Tetris ready. The well's blocked. Gets a bar to open up the right side again. Gets another bar. This one's going to be used to score a Tetris, taking him over the 500,000 mark, because the answer is level 22. Game Scout committing to the center well. Fortunately, that T-piece was not a welcomed piece for the stack. Game Scout's able to get the Z to the left. That L's very good for that dependency. Oh, did not get the S all the way over, but opens up the well. Game Scout needs this long bar. Where's the long bar? There it is. It's going to be worth a triple. But that Z is going to hang on the left side. That might be it for him. He's going to top out at 450. So Chance at 565 will take the fourth game. Good match overall. Who are the commentators? It's me, T-Storm, also known as Thunderstorm 281. Feels like nerves are always a factor for Game Scout. It could be. There's many factors. I know for me, with or without nerves, I just play worse in comp. So who knows? OT Storm the GOAT? Aw, thanks. You'd think the GOAT would make it beyond round 2 in this tournament, but it is what it is.
There's a setting to the bottom right where it says Q Finals, it just Finals. I don't know which element it is. I don't know which element, but there should be an element where you can change the round. Bottom right text. All right, you know where the player names are? Is that it? Try it.
Okay, so it is the other match, not the other bracket.
Try it. See what it is.
We want it all to experience.
Yep.
Focus on the matches. Open up 2 tabs if you have to. If you want to watch it at the same time. Open up actually 3 because there's also the silver bracket finals.
Right, exactly.
Watch it all.
Capitalize it. And then get rid of the hearts.
All right, folks, it's time for the finals. We got Vince on the left and Chance on the right.
With Daz, it's just so easy to have a misdrop happen, and the misdrop is just so much more, it's just so much more killer than for capital.
Whereas with the other play styles, which you will see tomorrow, by the way, you know, there is some recoveries. Hyper tapping and rolling. Here, you gotta be.
All right, both players with a Tetris on the board. But Vince is going to be doing a little bit of burning, trying to get the well on the right side back open. Not even bothering with the column 8 setup. That spiring was a bit uncomfortable for Vince, so just going to end up placing more weight over the hole. He's trying to uncover.
I'm used to the 3 count, and I realized it's going to be
This is not a good time for S's, E's, and T's for Vince. Vince is just stuck burning as he's forced to constantly put weight over holes he's trying to uncover. Chance, in the meantime, is taking full advantage of this. He's already built up a lead of nearly 3 Tetrises. Vince was probably looking for a Z piece for the left side, but just didn't get it. All right, finally, some very helpful pieces, and Vince is all clean, ready for a Tetris. Let's see that long bar. There it is, going to go to 76,000 points. Now needs to find a way to make up a near 4 Tetris deficit. Chance already ahead at 156, and they're tied in line, so this is true of the score lead and the pace lead. They're both strongly in Chance's favor. Dare I say, Chance has a good chance. All right, Vince starting to get up a little bit high, but bar does show up in time. No burns needed. All right, sets up again. Chance now in down stacking mode. Vince has a chance to start eating into that 80,000 point lead that Chance has built up. It's closed the gap to 40,000, but now Vince's board is looking less healthy. How many silver titles does Vince have? The Jonas of Silver? I have no idea, honestly. Vince's game very contrasted. That might actually be my fault. I remember I was adjusting the settings because the this was like one of the only CRTs around here that was using AV, and it just led to a very, very dark feed. So yeah, we just had to do something about that. Anyway, we have Vince at 248, Chance at 308, so Chance ahead by 3 Tetrises. Chance's board, though, not looking too great. Probably going to have to take some burns to get things cleaned up again. And Vince has yet another chance to try to erase that lead. It's a helpful triple for Chance. But Vince isn't getting great pieces right now. At no point that well was open did he get a bar. Thankfully, he's going to get one for the left. And the right side's back open. And so is that bar dependency. We'll see if he gets a bar where he's going to put it. Probably going to be down the right side. He ended up plugging the bar dependency with a J piece. Sometimes you just have to settle for the next best piece. You're not getting what you want. All right, both players are mostly in good. Okay, never mind. Both of them have holes in their stack. I should probably stop complimenting their boards. All right, 353 to 360. So Vince has actually caught up, and with that, Tetris will take the lead from Chance. All right, players are almost at level 19, less than 15 lines away for both of them. Oh, Vince is desperately needing a bar for the right side or something, but unfortunately came way too late. Gonna top out at 379. Chance is good at 410. All right, that was a rough game 1. Let's see what these players are capable of here in game 2. Ooh, Vince has built the right side up kind of high. So did Chance, and Chance is going to have a misshift to deal with on top of that. Chance is able to lower the stack with the Tetris. Going to put him in a much safer position. Vince, in the meantime, has cleaned up. Is able to score a Tetris. Now has the lead over Chance. 72,000 to 52,000. And Chance is still doing a little bit of cleanup. Going to try to transfer the well. Oh, Chance is not going to leave this right well. Going to try to wait for a bar. It's going to show up, and there's another bar for a triple. And Chance is back to right well stacking. In the meantime, Vince has built up a 2 Tetris lead now. But Chance will bring it back down to less than 1. All right, 109 to 113. This game is pretty close at the moment. Vince was starting to get up high, but this time it's a much safer board as the right side was pretty low, and that means that you do have decent burn options. All right, 161 now, 184 for Vince, 141 for Chance. So Vince is now ahead by 2 Tetrises. Both players will score, and the lead is maintained. Ooh, that was a nice adjustment there for Chance. Throwing the bar all the way to the left and leaving the L dependency for the L to fill in. Smart plays like this is how players are able to start building pace, as they are able to keep their boards cleaner for longer. All right, Vince is now close to the 300,000 mark. Chance back at 239 and is dealing with a somewhat tricky board. There's 2 dependencies. They're both bar dependencies. Gonna get a bar for one of them. Gonna set up a delay burn on the right side. Was hoping for a T-piece. Gets the T-piece and hits the T-spin. There was a triple for Chance. Another nice adjustment there for the long bar. This opens up the right side. Good pieces for the left in the middle of the board. Chance is set up for a Tetris, now just waiting on the long bar. Vince, in the meantime, dealing with a hole in row 2. Bar down the right side is worth a triple. And let's see what he does from here. Just going to put the bar down the well and transfer the well back over to the right side. Quickly sets up another Tetris. And Vince currently has a 2 Tetris lead still. The players have been taking about the same amount of burns. And that's why we're not really seeing anything happen to the lead.
2, 1, Tetris.
Oh, we have a dirty Tetris set up for Chance on the right side. The bar barely makes it over. And Chance is going to survive that setup. Now just needs to clean up. You can see the reaction on his face. He's like, I don't know if I should have done that, actually. All right, Chance now just trying to uncover the left side of the board. Puts a bar down the left. Could potentially build a column 3 well. Let's see if he goes for it. Sets it up. Just needs a long bar to score Tetris. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. All right, looks like Chance is getting a little bit droughted right now. And this is really unfortunate because Chance is already behind and could potentially fall farther behind. Players are also closing in on transition, so this is definitely the time for them to clean up their boards while they still have the chance to do it easily. Nice J-spin there from Chance. Chance is going to uncover all of the holes just in time for transition. And we'll take the single into 19 at 394. Same time that Vince transitions at 477. So Chance is going to have to make up an 80,000 point deficit. But unfortunately, with that misdrop of the S on the left, this is going to be a dangerous situation. Can Chance do anything? The S piece is one of the best pieces for the left side. Gets it over. Gets an L over. Would like another one, but ended up not getting enough DAS to get the final L piece to the left. And Chance done at 401. Vince at 486 will take the second game. All right, the set being tied 1-1 is going to guarantee that we're going to have a game 4. So these players definitely not going down without a fight. There will be no sweeping here. Again, this is the finals of silver bracket for the DAS tournament. The winner is the best DAS player of all time. No questions asked. All right. In the early goings, we have Chance, who's finally cleaned things up and finally able to score his first Tetris of the game, currently at 44,000 points. And we also have Vince, who briefly had to do a little bit of cleanup, but is open for a Tetris and will cross the 100,000 mark with that. Currently it's 104 to 68,000, so about 2 Tetris lead for Vince. Players are doing a good job maintaining these clean boards. So now Chance is going to have to deal with this J dependency on the left. It's a bar to fill it in. Right side's back open, but now there's an overhang. 2 pieces will solve that cleanly. Gets the J. That was definitely the best one. Oh, Vince in the meantime, long bar dependency on the left side, but gets the bar for the triple. Immediately opens up the right side and is able to get a Tetris off of it. There's another Tetris. Vince now at 204. Chance in the meantime. Tricky board. Oh, the Z did not make it. Chance has to burn on the right side now. Oh, tries to get the T over but didn't make it. And Chance is going to have an early top out at 144. So Vince is good for the third game. All right, folks, we're closing in the end of silver bracket. The set could end here, or we might get a decider. Let's see what these players do. All right, so far so clean. I'm liking these boards. All right, 72,000 for Vince, 91,000 for Chance. Board still looking nice. Not a whole lot to say right now. Look at this. This is some very nice and clean stacking we're seeing. Vince with the well briefly closed, but just needed 2 burns to open things back up. Fortunately, though, that was a really bad time for Vince to get a Z. And this is going to be our first dig that we see of this game. Or second. I did not see when Chance had to deal with a blocked well. Either way, these players are going to get cleaned up pretty quickly. It's 151 to 167, so Chance with a small lead. About a third of the way through level 18. And so far they've been playing pretty efficiently. All right, Chance's board not in great shape right now. Needs to get something to the right side to burn. All right, the bar's going to show up, but now the left side is in trouble. Oh, quick taps the bar over. Chance can survive this. Sets up a very nice delay burn with the J piece on the right. All right, Chance needs to get something to the left this time. Gonna use an L, but unfortunately the rest of the board is in too bad of shape to save it. Unfortunately, Chance is gonna be done at 222, so Vince just needs to get to 223 to take this game and the entire bracket. Vince is open for the Tetris. There's the bar for the Tetris. Vince goes to 234. It is your silver bracket winner.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice fractal there. Yeah, what we saw right there is, again, this is such a versus, hyper tapping because, Knight was clearly pressured to try to go for that dirty Tetris. Column, you still see that column 9 over there because she knew she didn't have very many levels left.
All right. All right, folks. We'll be back tomorrow with the Genesis Classic Tetris Open. In the meantime, we'll take you over to Classic Tetris because there's still some matches happening. Let's see what Gold Bracket's up to.
Let me just tap and tap game. Give us a thumbs up and get ready for game number 3.
How'd it go?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris!